Ladies and gentlemen, Lonnie Jordan of War, Jerry Goldstein. What's going on? It don't get more legendary than this, man. Yeah. Welcome to the platform. Super Legends Cruise, the Blackout Podcast. Fellas, how's the trip been so far?
Oh, man, I love every second of it. I mean, I don't have to get in my car and drive anywhere. My wife and I are just enjoying every second. My grandchildren, look at that face.
Can we get that mic to your face? I want to hear that sexy voice.
Oh, thank you. And I'm enjoying
just like in the studio.
Yeah, just like in the studio. As a matter of fact, we're in the studio as we speak, trying to put out an album, believe it or not. Rather CD, we might even turn it into an 8-track.
Bring them back. Bring back the 8-tracks.
I mean, we got vinyls, coming back.
We're working on new stuff. It's really, it's amazing awesome. We're blowing our own minds. So.
As you should. I mean, some people say, why you guys are still recording, man? Why don't you, I go, because this is what we do. Yeah. This is what's in us. This is what has got us here today, and this is what I love to do. It's passion. You don't understand.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, it'll still always be number one in my household.
Hello.
We can't stop writing. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The ideas keep coming. Yeah. We keep living and seeing everybody, and, getting the ideas from the people.
It's really an addiction.
Cool. What's the difference between now and then back in the 70s or, back in the 60s?
Being here today.
Hello.
The fact that we're actually here today is really cool.
Yeah. I want to go back to early 90s. And as you were kind of explaining, giving a little overview of what I want to talk about is we toured. We had there was a compilation album called Rap Declares War. And it's exactly what it said. It was rap, all the rappers who sampled War's music. And I remember when Bobby was here and we had shout outs to Rocky Padilla, Hispanic MCs, I think Frank V, and everybody and their mama who had sampled War. Because at the time, and I don't know if you still hold this record, but you guys were probably the number one most sampled groups out there, right?
And pretty much. Yeah, most of the music no one even knew was our music. That was sampled.
Like Funky for You, it came from Heartbeat. I'm gonna make it real funky for you.
That was what's the rap group that Nice and Smooth? Yeah. Nice and Smooth.
We did a double album, Rap Declares War, and there was still more music that we didn't put out.
We've been sampled about 300 times. Yeah. That we know of.
Right, that you know of.
Who knows how many real times.
Yeah. Right. Because
it started with Potholes in My Lawn.
Shout outs De La Soul, man. If you know, you know.
That was the first one. And then, of course, movies, Cheech and Chong.
The
Lowrider
was one of the biggest that just kind of catapulted. And
that's where it started.
Especially with the Latino community, right? I mean, let's talk about that. We've bumped War since, that's all I see is Latinos, sprinkled in with others, but it's the main body of our audience comes from Latinos, man.
Yeah, like the Don't Let No One Get You Down. Don't let no one get you down. What more can I say?
Stop playing, dog. He just sounded like he recorded that last week.
I did.
Brother, we toured on the East Coast. Yourself, Lee Oscar, I think the whole band was together. Ronnie Hammond, Howard Scott. When we were on tour, on that tour bus, I don't know if you remember much of it, but I do because it was my childhood. And you did explain a lot. We were young, me and Bobby. I was 17, 18 years old, so I'm probably been 18. And then Bobby was a little older. Yeah. And then we, like you said, man, we were just little, numbskulls, man, and
little thugs,
little, terrorists on the bus. And I remember Howard and we bumped heads. I tell this story all the time because Howard just was frustrated. He was like,
"That's what we were talking about, my wife and I."
You remember? So then you do remember?
Yeah, because I intervened with you guys and said, it's all right. It's all right. It's going to be good. It's going to be a good tour. Just keep smiling and let's just keep on going. Just have a good time on the road because music is healing, and this is what we're out here for, to make the fans happy.
Lonnie was the mediator, y'all. He just came in, like he said, and he just saved it. And because I remember Howard was ready to rip me another one, man.
Yes, he was.
He was like, I just remember vividly. You know what I'm saying? Growing up without a dad, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like, oh,
that's
like,
Howard.
He put me in my place. But at the end, towards the end, and you know, we like you said, we finally came to terms. And there wasn't a day, man. I kid you not. Is another thing. Even though we toured for like a couple months. Every single night we saw your show, I got goosebumps. There wasn't a night that we did not a bar, I kid you, you had Sal, the percussionist with you.
And Ronnie Hammond on drums at the time.
Ronnie gave me his drumsticks.
Yeah.
I still have them. Lee gave me the harmonica. I'm still waiting on your keyboard, but I think you're keeping that one.
Oh, you can keep. You
No, you can have it.
You can
It
have
breaks
the
down
keyboard.
half the time
You
anyway.
can have
so-
all my keyboards because none of them ever works.
What's your man? You still look the same though, man. How do you keep so young and thriving?
You got my my wife.
You got the wifey.
Yes.
What are you feeding this man, or what's he drinking?
Good food.
Or not drinking?
Vegan food.
Oh, there
My
it
wife
is.
is a vegan chef.
There it
So
is.
She's been.
See, man, I'm at that turning point. Hey, Lonnie, I'm ready to just stop drinking. I know everybody gonna laugh at me right now, but
I still drink wine and
You know,
coffee. That's about it.
but don't spill the wine.
I sometimes I spill it all the time.
That was a good thing, actually. You know,
But
it
I'm
gave us an
happy.
idea for a song when you.
Hey, spill the wine.
Do you know that story?
Well, you know, I'm glad you brought that up, Jerry, because forever in the day I was singing, "Spill the wine, get that girl" or something. And
Yes.
to this day, for you, can you clarify what you're saying?
Pearl.
Take
Take that pearl.
that
But
pearl.
I can't. My grandchildren are. So
Oh,
we won't talk about that.
oh, that
Oh, yeah.
pearl.
There you go.
But the origin of the song, we were in the studio recording our first Eric Burden and War album.
Talk to my
Right.
lawyer.
Eric Burden declares war, and we went to San Francisco to get away from everything at Wally Heider Studios. In the same studio, Creedence Clearwater was cutting all the hits, so we figured we're in the right place, right? Unbeknownst to anybody, Lonnie is drinking a glass of wine, and he puts it on the console in the monitor part, which is the key to the whole console.
A
Yeah.
fifth in a styrofoam
And it
cup.
spills over, and he picks it back up and doesn't tell anybody anything. And you know, about an hour later, the board's going boom, boom.
No.
Smoke coming up.
Okay, gone.
Now,
Right. So obviously the session's over, and then and thank God Wally Heider had just built a new studio right next door to it. Okay, which wasn't really finished yet, but that was a blessing for us because we were like a live band. So it wasn't dead like most studios are. It
Right.
had some life in it. And we went over the next day and we started, and we all found out that Lonnie spilled the wine, obviously. Okay, we didn't tell anybody, and we came up with this concept, Spill the Wine, and cut it the next day, and that was the first big hit, and that was Spill the Wine. That's the story.
And I didn't think anything would come out of that. I never thought anything would come out of our music because it just wasn't the kind of music that you could turn on the radio and relate with other music that was on the radio. So I just figured,
Yeah, I loved what I loved
nothing's
about
gonna
like
happen.
why can't we be friends like that. And I try to picture myself back in those days when you wrote that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of war going on, and it was just, man, it was so fitting for that time and how that just sticks to
we always reflect
people.
off the streets. The music always came from the streets. We were a universal street band. And that's what I always ID'd us as. And we would always take what we would experience off the streets and put it in music without being political.
Right.
Because it didn't want to be political, never wanted to go there at all. We just wanted to make people aware of their surroundings, like the world is a ghetto. you
Yeah.
know, all that. But we never did go direct into
A lot of acts kind of similar did that. Like Marvin Gaye used to do stuff like that. I remember he had his "What's Going On" record, and around that time, it was just to be at that time. It kind of brings me back, even though I wasn't in that time. But listening to your music, what I would love to be part of that time. You had a member from the Inland Empire. What was it? Was it War that was in your group? Was his name Bubba or
Bubba.
from San Bernardino? Was that a member? Do you remember? Recall?
BB?
BB.
BB is from Harbor City, though.
Oh, okay. I thought he
yeah.
was from IE for some
No,
reason.
Well, he lived out there.
well, he did. He
Oh.
lived in Rialto.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
And he had a shop in San Bernardino.
I remember the guys telling me there was a record shop in San Bernardino
Yeah, that was
called
his
Groove
record shop.
Time.
Yeah,
That was his shop.
Oh, there it is, man. How dope is that, man?
head shop.
Ghosting, we had Sly and the Family Stone, man. A lot of these, you co-wrote the song "My Boyfriend's Back" by the Angels. I mean, these are classics.
I
My
Want Candy,
mom's favorite.
Hang On,
Hang on,
Sloopy.
Sloopy.
A lot of stuff, and I also discovered Jimi Hendrix. So
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, royalty dog. That's crazy. I mean, how does that feel? I mean, here we're years later. We're still around.
it feels like Forrest Gump, actually.
Is that
You know,
right?
my life is like that. It's just like when I went to see Forrest Gump, I went, that's how it is.
Just different
You're
scenarios.
just where you are, and if you're aware enough to know that there's something going on and you can do something with it,
Yeah.
that's what it's about. It's knowing what's there and what your role could possibly be in helping it happen.
He put us together with Eric Burden. After Eric left the Animals, then Eric was looking for another band, and he put
And
us
Eric
together.
is a
with
friend of mine, and I was working with these guys without any idea what to do with them because they didn't sound like anybody ever.
him. We
Okay.
didn't know what to do with us.
Right.
And they,
Man,
you
y'all
know, but
definitely
they had
different.
one cool thing that I really just struck me. Like they had a Latin version of Painted Black. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, and I couldn't get it out of my head.
That was my arrangement, and no one liked it at first, but him. He was the only one
I
that
said,
liked
this
it.
is like unbelievable. all right? The whole Latin groove of war got me. Okay. So, when they used to do Mashed Potatoes USA and whatever,
Right.
But so they were in the rehearsal studio, and I said, just keep until we figure out what to do with you. Let's just keep, come up with some stuff. You get something new, let me know. And then Eric shows up in my office, and he's going back to Newcastle because the last group of Animals just broke up, and everybody took all his money or whatever. And I went, I got this group that maybe you would like, 'cause
Yeah.
it'd be different for you, And
So was Eric in war or just for that song "Spill the
no,
Wine"?
no. This
go
is
ahead.
how it all happened.
Go ahead.
So they were working with a guy named Deacon Jones, who is the football player from the Rams, who was,
49, I think.
and he was doing a Las Vegas review, and they were playing their, a workout show basically at a place called the Ragdoll in the Valley that night.
Right.
So I told Eric, let's go to the Ragdoll. You can see the band. They're playing behind this football player. Make nothing of it. He's singing "Oh Baby" and doing one-handed push-ups. And I thought it was kind of amusing, but everybody liked it.
I'm having a flashback.
Yeah, I've never did a one-hat push-up in my life.
He did.
He was like a all-star.
Sure,
football
sure.
player, like Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Eric. Eric was doing.
No.
I was like, what?
Deacon Jones, Hall of Fame.
That makes
Rambler.
sense now. Yeah.
Okay.
Football.
So he does this act, and Eric and I watched the show. And Lee Oscar was living with Eric at the time.
Okay.
And Lee went on stage to jam, and they thought Lee was Eric, by the way. They didn't know the difference anyway. And so they jammed all night. The next day I call Eric, and I said, so what do you think of the band? He said, we're rehearsing today at 3 o'clock. Okay? 3 weeks later, we did the first, like a workout gig in San Bernardino.
Okay.
Okay? And the next day, we were at Devonshire Downs Pop Festival with 100,000 people following Creedence Clearwater that Jimi Hendrix was headlining.
Janis
And that was our
Joplin,
first gig.
Frank Zappa.
100,000 people.
Our first
man.
real gig was for
Doors.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay? And
How nervous were you guys? Nervous at all, or you just did what you did?
We just did what we did. We just didn't know what we were doing still.
yeah, they were playing.
We just
they were
played,
playing, they were
yeah.
working. It was good.
You guys played on the biggest stages ever, man. Did you guys ever do like?
We
like,
did
was
Shea
that one of your
Stadium.
biggest shows right there? That would you say?
That was one of the few.
That was
the
that's a
first
huge
one.
show.
Yeah, that was the first
And
one.
so those festivals were 100,000 in those days,
Yeah.
We played Shea Stadium. We headlined Shea
And it
Stadium.
wasn't that expensive either. I mean, you could pay maybe the most, maybe $7 to get into a concert, and less. I mean, we did the Hollywood Bowl. We created a 99-cent concert.
Right.
United Artists record label, which
and
is
there was almost a riot because there were like 50,000 people trying to get into a 20,000 seater, we had them backed up to Hollywood Boulevard. You know, with
All United Artists, Ike Tina Turner, War, Richard Pryor was even on that show. And,
Wow. Legends.
Gritty Dirt
Creedence
Band.
Clearwater.
Creedence, that's one of my mother's favorite groups right there.
Gritty Dirt Band.
they were amazing, Creedence. They were hit after hit after hit.
Well,
after
we
hit.
were lucky to be one of the few bands that intermingle, or where I say mixed in the crowd of what was going on back in the day. You know, us, the Chambers Brothers, and Sly and the Family Stone, we were some of the few
We were pop acts.
multi mixed bands. You know, back then.
Popping, because you had the funk era. So how would you classify War?
Universal Street music.
Well, one of
That
the
was my idea.
record magazines called us an Afro-Cuban jazz rock blues band,
So,
for lack of a better way of expressing what the heck we could do.
yeah, and that
Right.
was too long, so you couldn't find us in the library.
So we could play the funk, we could play rock, we could play blues, we could play jazz.
That's
could
right.
do-
Versatile.
Latin,
we can do it
reggae,
all.
yeah,
We can do Latin. We're Latin. We love Latin.
reggae. I was influenced a lot by the Fania All Stars back in the early days, you know, and even before that, you know, I was influenced.
The P-Funk and All-Stars? You said?
No, the
Fania All Stars.
Oh, sorry.
Fania.
Sorry.
See, you don't know that. You weren't even born.
Man, I'm sorry. Go Google it real quick.
You have no idea, but
I'm learning.
But yeah,
The New York Palladium.
Mongo Santa Maria, Willie Bobo, Tito Fuente, Tito
Willie Bobo, yeah.
Tito Rodriguez.
You know, Bobo is
Palmieri.
isn't Bobo's son with Cypress Hill? That Bobo, if I'm not mistaken, his dad,
Willie Bobo, yeah.
Willie Bobo.
Yeah, he had a club in L.A., but we're talking about Eddie Palmieri, his brother Charlie. I mean, the list goes on.
Crazy. What is your biggest record? Would you say not globally, but meaning like when you come out to this, like on Super Legends cruise or somewhere, you know, what do they get most excited about, the fans,
That's a good.
or is it differ on different?
Maybe Lowrider.
I was gonna say
Sometimes, why can't we be friends?
And why can't we be friends?
I love Wacken, man.
Well, sometimes slipping in the darkness. I mean, we
Ooh,
don't
man.
know. Even spill the rhyme. I mean, spill the wine.
That's right. That's right. Talk about it, baby. Spill the wine, spill the rhyme. You guys, they were actually not only just part of our song, but they were in our music video.
That's right.
Lighter Shade of Brown, and
See, I forgot already.
That's right. Well, I forgot that.
yeah, we shot it in Alhambra, and there was a boxing ring.
Oh,
And
the
it was
girl
you,
the
Howard Scott.
waitress. Yeah,
That's it. And we were there, man. And I tell you, those were the best years of my life right there. And it was, and I'll say it to this day, and I give you guys your flowers, of course, man, and your respects. Thank you for mentoring us and, you know, showing us what showmanship's all about and being professional, man. Because I had to learn that within time.
Well,
you
I
know.
had to learn too. I learned through
Eric.
Burden. You know,
Eric
he-
showed everybody what the stage
Yeah.
was about.
Yeah, he taught me a lot, you know, because all of a sudden I saw this big crowd of people and I was like, okay, I was trying to do my thing, you know, the best that I could, but then all these people and all the smell of patchouli and acid in the air.
Right,
And-
at that time.
And I started
yeah.
saying, whoa, what is all that? What is that I'm feeling?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My boy got a contact.
I didn't want to say it, but
I love the way you conduct the show, though, man. I remember you were always like, I'm excited to see you here on the cruise, but it's been years since I've seen you. But the way you it's how you transition from song to song. It's awesome, man. It's
well,
like
there are stories for each song, but if I talked, then people would look, come to the concert and say he talked too
Talk
much.
too much.
So I just go song to song, and we will eventually put out not a book but a video about the stories of our music, because we do have a story to tell.
We're
You
gonna
do.
a documentary.
You do. And one last thing, I miss seeing all you guys together, man. You and Howard and Lee. And I know sometimes things don't work out. There's
Well,
you see a lot of groups that are a lot of doubles out there now.
I know.
And I'm going.
But let me tell you, there's no animosity between us. I still love the guys. If it was for them, I wouldn't be here, and vice versa. And but what's more important is our Rock and Roll Hall of fans They need to be happy. But like I said, I still love the guys, and we had a great marriage, beautiful children, which is the music.
Absolutely. I love that.
And I'll never forget that. And again, there's no drama here, none of that, because drama can be toxic,
Absolutely.
cause diseases.
Absolutely.
And that's why he still looks so young. We keep the toxicity out of this.
Yeah, and the drama.
I go on. See, I lost my partner 8 years ago, DTX,
Yeah, I remember,
and the name still continues. We're still continuing to move on. I've got Money Moons. I've got Danny with me, and of course the fans. A lot of them don't like to receive that because me and Bobby are the originals.
Yeah.
But what happened to him and here are two different things. He's gone. So there's no choice for me, you know what I mean? I could stop touring if that's what you want me to do, but why? This is what I do.
We have three original members not here.
That passed away also. So
Papa D, Charles Miller,
yeah,
B.B.
Charles
Dickerson.
and BB.
Right.
Passed away, but
So it could never be what the original was,
Right.
But the music
It
is
is, but the music doesn't go away, and the music lives forever. And
Right.
our-
So
our
we're
job
cool.
is to-
So continue
for the
making
people.
music then. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking for your validation,
because
so
the
to
music's
speak.
still there, and they'll recognize the voice. They'll
Right.
recognize when they saw you then. They'll recognize that you're here. It's all about the music. That's all the people. They want to be entertained. They don't care nothing about that drama.
Right.
And so I would not throw that on people at all because it shouldn't concern them anyway. Leave that for one of those soap operas or reality shows. And I'm not doing that.
Lonnie Jordan said it, man. Jerry Goldstein. Hey, Ward, thank you guys for coming on, taking your time out here. Your busy day. I know you got some shows to do.
Tomorrow, Sunday.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm off today.
Is that right?
I'm
What
off
you gonna
like
do
a-
today?
I'm a party like it's 1999.
War, ladies and gentlemen, Blockout Podcast, man.